How you doing?
I feel great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. So, those of you who are just joining, this is the Tambor Party's weekly live chat session called Sunset Sessions. We're here every Thursday from 7 o'clock, and each week we're going to have a special guest, and we're going to talk to her about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and just chat it up, talk about Tambor Party. And we always choose people who are doing amazing things in the community. They're inspirational to others, and also they come to the Tambor Party, which is great as well. So I'm your host for the Sunset Sessions. This is Stan Zeff. And just in case you don't want to stay on IG, we are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. So just go to Tambor Party on Facebook or YouTube, and you can watch the live chat there as well. So let's get the housekeeping out of the way. And without further ado, I want to introduce the guest for this week, who is a. Let me run through these things. So I was thinking about this before. I was thinking about your introduction before, right? Because you're so many things. You're an entrepreneur, you're a father, you're a musician, producer, singer, drummer, ordained priest. Let me welcome the one and only Kareem Manuel.
Hey, thank you so much, Baba. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Peace and love to everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to be talking about one of my favorite experiences, places of prayer and dance, the Tambor Party. Yes, absolute pleasure.
Right, great. And it's a pleasure to have you. We've known each other for some years.
At least 4 or 5.
At least 5. Pre-COVID, definitely.
Yeah.
So how did we meet? We met in ceremony, right?
Oh,
I think
wow,
so.
we sure
Yes.
did.
Yeah, we met in a plant medicine ceremony. And if you weren't sitting next to me, you were sitting like 2 people away from me.
Yeah.
But I remember you from plant medicine ceremony.
I remember, I don't know if you mind me sharing, but I remember I was getting wrecked. And I think you had already had 2 cups and you were just chilling. And then I remember you saying, "Can I have another?" I was like, "Who is this?"
Oh, wow.
What's going on?
Yeah. That was amazing. I think that was like 2018, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So only great things can come from meeting someone in plant ceremony and experiencing the spiritual realms with someone from the offset. So big shout going out to the Creole Griot.
Hey. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I just gotta grab my charger. Hold on.
Right. How you doing, the Creole Griot? Hope all is well. As people jump in, Kareem has just jumped out to grab his charger because we don't want his phone bombing out on us. So he will be back in a minute. I'm just going to take a sip of this drink here. So in case you didn't get it, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube on Tambor Party. So you can join us there.
All right.
Yeah, right, here we go. So, Mr. Kareem, it's good to have you here. Let's talk about Tambor Party. I'm going to talk to you about Tambor Party. I'm going to talk to you about your music. I'm going to talk about your entrepreneurial spirit, We Society. I'm going to talk to you about what inspires you as well.
Okay.
You know, and usually at some point in this chat, you know, something just comes up and we just drop in deep. So just get ready for some left hooks or some curveballs. I know you love that kind of stuff. So
I do. I'm here.
You'll be ready for it. So let's talk about Tambor. You've been going to Tambor since I've known you, right? So what do you get from? I mean, this is 15 years of Tambor, so it's a monumental year for us. We talk about, you know, the journey that that we've seen through this this living organism that I call Tambor Party.
Yep.
What do you get from it? What do you get from Tambor?
Hmm.
Now, before you answer that question, let me just say something, because when I bumped into you a few weeks ago, you said something that was really appealing to me. It was before the last Tambor Party, and you said, "I need this prayer." So, you know, let's hear it from you.
Yeah, that's how I always describe it. It's a place of prayer for me. First, as an individual, it's one of the freest places that I feel I can come and literally like let my hair down, let myself feel and express how I'm feeling in the moment, but also alchemize it. The sounds, the waves, the energy. It's like I get to go through. I definitely feel like you're a ceremonialist. And so we're going through different waves of emotions and thoughts and expressions, and I get to just get lost in it. I'm not directing it, I'm not judging it, I'm not resisting in any way.
Right.
And I'm
Wow.
normally, because it's such a beautiful space, it's filled with people who are also, you know, freeing themselves and releasing themselves. And so on one hand, I have my own deep, intense prayer for my life, for the people I love, for whatever is going on with me, both
Right.
celebratory and maybe hard things. But then
Right.
I'm in this crowd, this energy of other people getting lost, and we're all vibing to the beat. And
Right.
man, and it's like amplified. It gets
Right.
whatever I have gets amplified even
Right.
bigger. Like the dance floor becomes almost like a megaphone from my
Right.
heart.
Wow.
It's one of the coolest places. I don't know what made you think of it, but I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful time.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, I don't know if you heard the story, but it actually came to me while I was on a plane coming back from Cuba. I just finished a ceremony, an Orisha ceremony, and I was sitting by myself on the plane, and I picked up this book. I took this book out of my bag, and I opened it up, and the first page, I don't know what page I opened it to. It wasn't the first page, but the first word on that first page was Tambor. And it said drum ceremony. And I said, okay, I'm going to start a party and I'm going to call it that. That's what I'm going to call it. And that's how it started. You
And
know,
15 years later, here we are. Like,
15 years later, here we are.
can I
Yep.
ask you, what does it feel like to be committed to something for 15 years? What does it feel like to see this thing grow and build for 15 years?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think more than anything, 15 years has gone like that, right? But it feels like a real accomplishment more than anything, and it's a commitment that's really brought me out of myself, you know, because being an introvert myself, you know, and I don't like crowds, and I don't really like being amongst lots of people. You know, this, as I say, this living organism, Tambor, is like an energy source for me that pushes me to come out of my shell and to share what I have with the world. You know, so the commitment is a connection with spirit and with energy that gets me up every morning to keep driving. You know,
I love it.
and and Tambor was my inspiration for leaving corporate America, leaving that 9 to 5. My own office, good wage, 401k, health plan. Do you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it wasn't all of that wasn't more important than my passion in life to share music, love, healing with the
Woo!
world. You know,
I
it
do.
wasn't more important. That safety net wasn't. I said to my I woke up one day and I was like, I don't need it. You know,
And we can feel that. We
right,
can feel that in the vibes. We can feel that in the vibration. It
right,
feels free. It feels like liberation. And not a
right,
liberation that like we're fighting for. It's like it's here right now and we're
right,
celebrating it. We're in it.
right. Yeah,
So it's kind of like we're in your prayer. Like our prayers
right,
now mixed in with yours. And it's
right. Yeah, because I mean that's really interesting because one of the things I felt when I left corporate was if all my life is that consists of an office and 9 to 5, then I'm done for.
yeah.
There has to be more to life than
Yeah.
an office and coming here every day 9 to 5. There has to be more to it, and I'm willing to give up everything to search for it. And that's my celebration. Do you know what I'm saying? That's my celebration.
I love it. I
Being
love it. I
able to
love it.
survive. And then you find that, and as you probably know as well, you're on, as I always say, you're on God's payroll.
For
You
sure.
know, you survive. You don't know how you survive. You don't sink, you swim. And I always say, after a while, you come on. Once you start living your passion, I wouldn't even say your dream, living your true passion in life, then you're on God's payroll. And he just looks after you, and you just cash in
Yep.
when you need to.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Times will get hard, but in the end, know that in the end, everything's going to be fine.
You talking right, Baba. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So how about you? What's your main passion? Because I know you've got a lot of things going on, and you're very creative.
Mm-hmm.
You're very inspirational to others, to your peers, to your sons. What's your real passion in life?
I was reading a shared note that I had with Kwamea earlier, and she said Kareem really cares about liberation and freedom. And I would say that's true. For me, everything comes through the lens of healing and liberation. It's like, how free can I be? And I'm already free. So how much of it can I experience?
Right.
How much can I invite others into it? I love music. I love music. I love the ability to take something that is felt and make it tangible, but still like spiritual, because it's a note or it's a word. It's a collection of these sounds and ideas that touch in a deep way. Even the food, like when I'm cooking, I'm preparing or making juice or being raw. Like to me, that's creativity. That's like, how did God created these things? Is like I'm here, this food is here, and somehow this marriage comes together, and this is like helping my body to continue to heal. That's what I care about every day. When I wake up to when I go to sleep, even in my dreams, it's like, how do I invite more people to freedom? And how do I live more free and celebrate through creativity this awesome opportunity to be alive?
Right. So would you say that your passion is being present in life? Is that your passion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. You're projected. Yes.
Right. Excellent. That's really cool. I mean, and so here's a question. I mean, we're dropping in deep real quick.
Yep, come on, let's go. Come on, bro.
We're only 10 minutes in, and we're already dropping in. What does it mean to be free?
That is the question. So, oh man.
See, I told you. I told you.
That's the question. So during my awakening, I remember doing things that felt free to me and realizing I had just changed my position in the prison, that I was just looking at a new wall because it was new activities. So freedom to me is knowing I'm free, embracing I'm free, being able to go where I want, with who I want, stay for as long as I want, whenever I want.
Mm-hmm.
But that is always there. Like
Right.
nothing actually is ever in the way of that. Sometimes my mind, different things that I might accept and say, "Oh, this responsibility says," and it's
Right.
like, no, I actually am free to do whatever I want. And if I'm going to honor that freedom, at least I found, then tremendous discipline must be there. Otherwise, if I take advantage of my freedom or misuse it, I will become a slave to other things. So if I'm not disciplined with my body, with what I eat, I will be a slave to disease. I will not be able to get up and go where I want, because my body's not working right. And so freedom comes with a tremendous amount of discipline and responsibility. And sometimes, go ahead, yeah, please.
Yeah. So how are you into politics at all?
I am, in the sense that my dad really is. I grew up with it. Both my parents were very into politics. As of now, I just pay attention. I just watch, but I don't engage in that field. Yeah.
Because I feel that, and you jump in as you feel, but I feel that being free has a lot to do with how you feel about society today and with politics, because I feel that someone could let themselves be submerged in society and politics, which blocks them from sending their mental and their thought waves out into the world and into the universe, which stops them from having any concept of being free. Do you agree with that?
I agree, and I think it could be even more than politics. I think people can allow their family to do it.
Religion,
their 9 to 5, where it's just like, oh, yeah. When you said I don't even have a concept of freedom, and I read, some accounts of slaves, who people who were slave, and one lady, I'll never forget reading the words. She said, "I can't even imagine freedom. I've been a slave since I was born. I can't even imagine what it means to be free."
But freedom today, people can still be enslaved in their minds today, and you don't necessarily have to have the chains on, right?
It's all in the mind and in the heart.
For sure. No matter where you're from, white, black, tall, short, Christian, Jew, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so I'm not sure why we've gone down that road of freedom, but I think it's something that's very important to you, and
I
me as well.
hear it in the drums. So like when I'm there and the drums are beating and the music's going, every time it feels like my heartbeat and like a reminder that I don't have to get free. I am free. That I am fully free and able to respond however I need to respond to whatever is happening. I'm free to be happy right in this moment, no matter what people are saying, no matter what my bank account is saying, no matter what things or obstacles are in front of me. I am already free. And when it starts to it's like a call to my body to celebrate the freedom, to amplify the freedom, to remember it. No matter what is going on, I can be free right here, right now.
Right. Amazing. So let's shift gears then to your music. What do you feel when you make music? I mean, because we've collaborated on a couple of tracks, and So what does music do for you? How do you feel?
Music is how I make sense of myself.
Right.
It's like right now, even when I'm saying these words, I don't have to think about the words. I can kind of just think what I want to say and say it. Or when I walk at this point, I can just move one foot in front of the other. When
Hmm.
I'm making music, it's how I can understand myself, and it's like my offering. And when I get to go into that real place within myself, when I'm really embodied myself and what I'm learning to go to that deep place, and I get to offer that awareness to others and to those that it resonates. It's like they can see me better, but they
Right.
also can see themselves better.
Right.
And
Yeah.
right now, I'm having the most fun I've ever had making.
Right.
I used to make music to like prove a point. I used to make to
Right.
even myself like I'm worthy
Right.
or something. And
Yeah.
now I just feel free. Maybe because I'm almost 40. I don't know, but
Right.
it's like yeah, I'm really having a great time, and I hope to make more music with you.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
What
Well, I mean,
about
we
what
talked
about
about
you?
it.
When you're making music, how do you feel?
When I make music now, I'm very intentional about creating a ceremony space,
Yeah,
which may mean me doing some breathing, some breath work, lighting a candle, because I have like a it's not really an altar, but it is a kind of altar in the studio. You've seen it, right?
oh
So
yeah,
wherever
for
I
sure.
travel around the world, I always pick up, I don't know, stones, shells, or I buy something or whatever.
Yeah, you got
And
your
it's
hape on
like,
there and all type of stuff.
right. So I just, what calls me, So I could be walking on the beach and I see a shell and I'll pick that up and I'll put it in my pocket, or a stone, or I'll go into a store. I could be, in Bali, and there's a store there with all different um, carvings and stuff like that, wood or stone carvings, and when I'm in Egypt, I picked up stuff. So I bring that and I put it on this table, which is right next to my mixer, multi-channel mixer. And so I light a candle. I make sure there's a fresh glass of water there. I might do some breath work, and
Right.
and then I drop in,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I allow the music to talk to me. You know, it's like, okay, this is how I want it to come out. You know, and sometimes I would release music that isn't like anything else that's out right now in terms of dance music. But then I'll say to people, that's just how it came out. That's how it wanted to come out. And that's all I can do. I'm very intentional about moving with spirit when it comes to music, because it may not make sense today, but I am definitely sure it will make sense tomorrow. You
Yeah,
know?
that's the truth. I call those like that's the truth moment when you can
Right,
open yourself. The way it works for me, because so much of mine is the lyrics. So I'm making the music or whatever, and I'm feeling the flow. But when I really drop in, I'm doing the breath, I'm moving my body,
right,
I'm feeling how it feels. I'll start to feel these emotions, and it's kind of like swimming in there. Like the
right,
consciousness is just going everywhere, and then
right,
eventually something like hits like a ding. That's like,
right,
oh, that's the truth.
right,
Um,
right,
and this is what was to come out. So maybe I thought the song was going to be about something else, but this
right.
is what is real. And I
Yeah,
love sharing what's real,
right,
feeling what's
right.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same when I DJ as well, because there's a point when you say ding, that meant that resonated with me, because there's a point when I'm DJing and it's like spirit takes over
Yeah. Oh my
and
God.
starts selecting music, and I'm just like the go-between. I'm like, well, I'm just here now. Do
Here
you know
you
what
go.
I'm
Hold on.
saying?
This is you. This
I'm
is
just
you.
doing the physical part. Do you know what I'm saying? Right,
Yeah. You got your
right,
headphone on like this. Start
right,
tweaking some knobs, and I see you when you hit that one part, and the whole like the spirit just rushes, and it's like
right,
your hand goes up, and you just know, like, all right,
right. That's it.
spirit is here.
Is taking over.
Yeah.
And I've seen you perform. I've seen you sing. I've seen you play drums. I've seen you dance, and there are certain points. I mean, especially with when you're outdoors, you're out in nature, and I've seen you like with Sacred Sons and things like that, and it's not Kareem anymore. Definitely, I can tell that it's not Kareem anymore. And you close your eyes and you can sing, and like the voice that comes out is something that's, I don't know, but it's not Kareem's voice, right?
Baba,
So and the whole place, there could be 200, 300, 400 men, and everyone just like crying and putting their hands up in the air. So my question is, when you close your eyes, what do you see?
Nothing.
In those moments? Because it could be 5, 10, 500, 5,000, 50,000 people, and it will have the same effect.
Yeah.
When you close your eyes, what do you see?
Absolutely nothing. It's like it's a closing off of the outside and just coming deeply inside,
Right.
and just sharing that. And I don't know how else to explain it. But it's like I experienced the world in me. It's like being in the void, becoming the void. It's not. I know it's not nothing, but I don't see anything. I'm experiencing the depths of my soul, and I'm allowing that to come up and out. And I really feel like people connect to that, and it's like their soul witnesses mine and goes, "Oh yes, it's time to really drop in." And I've really been scared of that most of my life. I've judged myself. I'm sorry it's so loud behind me, but it'll be okay.
That's okay. I can still hear you.
Cool. It's been, I've judged myself. I have told myself it's not real or as powerful as it feels in that moment. When we're out in the desert and it's a couple of hundred people, all together as one voice. I've definitely like said to myself, like, "Oh, that's not what you think it is," and I know that that's wrong. I know that that's a lie.
Right.
And so when I look at you 15 years in, I don't know how many moments you've had of that, but I know for me, it's been such an example of to trust, to go out on the dance floor again. And like, that's, this it's a practice for me. I feel embodied now, but it has been a practice to this point of saying, oh, this is my gift. This is a gift that I've been given. And I need to give it as a gift. It's not even about me. It's not even about me.
Yeah, that's right. Because one of the sayings that resonate with me is like, why should you deny the world of what you have to offer? It's not even about denying it for yourself. It's about denying the world what you have to offer, because what you have to offer is part of the puzzle in the universe. So don't deny the world of what you have to offer. And when you look at people that are successful and people that are at the top and that are world class, because we talk about being world class, those are the people who don't doubt.
Yeah.
They don't doubt. And they fully are aware of the fact that they have to provide the world and share with the world what they have to offer with no doubt.
No doubt.
And no fear. And you've really got to be a warrior, because you've got to get into the arena, and fight to put out there what you have. And if you don't fight, then everything starts falling on top of you, because it starts, the anxiety and everything else starts to build up. And really you gotta put the armor on, and get the sword and clench that fist and just say, I'm going for it. And then when you do that, you see yourself rising. But as they say, once you get to the top of one mountain, you'll find that you're at the bottom of another.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
the boy said peace.
Peace. So
I resonate. I think about like, what if you didn't acknowledge the call to do the Tambor party? I know you do so many other things, but like,
right,
even just for me, how my life has been blessed and how many thousands of people, like if you denied us the
right,
opportunity
yeah,
because of fear and doubt, like how
yeah,
much different my life would be.
right. Yeah, and I mean to you know, I know we're online now, but to be transparent with you, I still have fear and doubt every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most days, you know, and you know, you just gotta. I sit with spirit. I sit with ancestors, and you know, it's like, okay, time to put the armor on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Time
for
to get
sure.
out there and fight. You know, and fight. It's really fighting for yourself.
Yep.
You got to fight for yourself because no one else will.
No, they won't.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's move on a bit. Let's talk about We Society,
Okay.
which is your clothing line, right?
Yeah, it's a lifestyle brand.
Lifestyle brand. And it's how long's it been going?
We're in our 7th year.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay, 7 years. How did it start?
I
And what does it mean?
The We Society, we are the ones we've been waiting for. It's we period. You know, when I created it, I was 250 pounds.
Mm,
I was on 7 different medications every day. I have been married for 10 years and I wasn't sure that the relationship was over, but I knew that the way I was showing up in the relationship was over. I was an evangelical pastor and Christian, and Donald Trump had come down an escalator and said he was running for president, and we knew he would win because of the people in the church that I just knew.
mm-hmm,
And it was like God, him and herself, took my soul out of my body for 30 seconds, told me don't be afraid, told me it was time to wake up, told
mm,
me to go for it, and then put me back in my body. And I was
mm-hmm,
like, whoever I was has died. And
mm,
I was in the basement one day complaining about all of the things that are wrong in the world. And I kept saying, somebody needs to come do something about this. All
mm,
my people don't know how to eat. We always got diabetes and high blood pressure, and we're having strokes and heart attacks, and we're obese. Our schools are messed up. We got kids locked in cages. We don't ever have enough money. Blah blah blah. Somebody needs to come fix this. And
right,
it was like my spirit looked at me, was like, exactly. That's why you're here. You're the one you're waiting for.
right, right.
And it just blew my mind. We're the ones. It's on us. It's not some smarter person. It's not somebody
Right,
with
right,
a
right.
lot more money. It's
Yeah,
it's you and me right now, right
right.
here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been going hard ever since. And so I've started making the clothes because I was writing a song. I wrote a song called Power. And I just kept saying, we got the power in the hook.
Mm,
And my friend Hector, I was talking to him, probably talking his ear off. And he made the logo, said, hey, here's for this we stuff you keep talking about. And he made the
mm,
logo that we still use to this day. And when I saw it, I knew it was like, oh, that's my calling. That's what I'm going to do right now.
right, right, right.
That was 7
Right.
years ago.
Yeah. So the lifestyle brand, I mean, that's a great story, by the way. And that's the first time I heard it like that. So thank you for sharing. And I know it's something that's really personal.
Yeah.
So what is it? What does the lifestyle? I know you're wearing a t-shirt.
Yep.
You know, what other things do you do in the
Yeah.
lifestyle?
So that's a great question. That's really what I think about all the time. It's like what I hope that it is a call to remembrance of the greatness that you have. It's a call to bring it out into the world. Like that is
Mm-hmm.
the thing. We want to inspire everyday people to impact their world every day. You don't have to do anything more than be who you are.
Right.
We host all type of healing events, and I say healing because that's the term, but it's really like just like good for living events. It's good for
Right.
us to breathe. on purpose. It's
right.
good for us to listen
Yeah.
to the music together, to
Mm-hmm.
juice and to eat natural foods and be more
Right.
connected with nature. That's the
Yeah.
cause, like to remember and to go back to nature, to our natural ways of being, especially in this society and these urban epicenters. They will just have you on this wheel where it's just like go, 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 go,
Right.
go,
Right.
go.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
never enough. And we're tired and we're frustrated and we're angry at each other. That's why I'm looking at the energy now, what's going on with Drake and Kendrick and Diddy
Yeah.
and Cat Williams. It's like we're so angry.
Yeah.
And I mean, rightfully so about some things, but it's because we don't have enough. We're afraid. And
Right.
I want to be a part of reminding people that there is a community, that they
Right.
are seen, that they are loved, that they can come and they can dance and they can play games and they can eat good food that doesn't
Right.
have to be afraid and anxious, that they can heal their body, that no matter what your doctor's saying. I was going to the doctor for 5 years.
Right.
5 years. They were giving me 7 different medicines. And I was like, bro, when am I going to be healed?
Right.
And, I have 5 different doctors. I had an ear, nose, and throat doctor, a general doctor, a sleep doctor. Everybody was just making so much money. And I finally left and healed myself.
Right.
It's like, I can heal myself. We can heal ourselves. We have everything we need right now.
Well, you're living proof.
Come on,
You're
man.
actually living proof of that.
Up.
Yeah. No, because I mean, they'll say, I remember when I went to the doctor years ago and he said, oh, you've got rising cholesterol. You have to watch it, and you have to, cut down on your food. But I want to see you in 6 months. And if it hasn't come down in 6 months, then you're going to have to go on medication. And I was like, well, how long do I go on medication for? And he was like, the rest of your life. I was like, the rest of my life?
Of your life.
Right. The rest of my life. Are you serious? I couldn't believe what he was saying. And then he was like, yep, rest of your life. Because, you could stop it at any time and your cholesterol would go back up and then you could die. And he was trying to scare me out of it. And I never went back to him.
Yeah, bye.
Right. Never went back.
No.
So, it's important for us to take care of our health and to exercise and to eat properly, so that we can keep away from these diseases that are taking our community out. Literally, the heart disease, the diabetes, and it's not helping us at all.
At all.
Yeah.
At all. So that's the We Society, and we do sell shirts online. We also have a store in Pond City Market here in Atlanta. If you're ever in Atlanta, please come see us. We host silent disco. DJs come play music and we dance in the space. We do yoga outside.
So where can people find your t-shirt? Where? Pond City Market. Yeah. And so do you have a website?
Yes, our website is wesociety.co. That's also the Instagram, wesociety.co.
Right.
And 7 years in, and it's like, all right, what's coming next? And you brought up Sacred Sons, and it's like, man, I'm ready to start hosting events for Black men.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the prayer. That's the prayer I'm putting out there.
Right. That's the visual picture, right?
Yep.
Right. And I just when was it? Where are we? Wednesday. Oh, beginning of this week. Time flies. Beginning of this week, I was in Georgia mountains for 2 days by myself. I'm trying to do it every month now. Just go up there, just write, meditate, and just be with myself, and visualize, where I want things to be.
Yeah. And
it will be great to be in a space like that with other men, and we just drop in and just be really constructively critical about each other, where we want to, okay, this is your project, this is what you want to do, this is your vision, how are you going to get there, what are you going to do? Okay, give us a 15-20 minute presentation on where you want to be. Ooh. and let's talk about it, let's be critical about it, and let's find out your goals, and and just be just be honest with each other, and want the best for each other, and just like so that everyone's coming out of there pumped up with their goals and their aspirations in life, and we just do that for 2 days solid,
I love it.
Right.
I love it. And
Right.
and we'll have some dope music.
Right. And we'll have some dope music, right? And some good food and whatever, But it's what we need to know that we're not all alone in this.
No.
Because 15 years in, a lot of that, the majority of the time, I felt like I've been alone. You reach out to people, but they don't respond. You expect people to come in, but they don't, and but that's just the way it's supposed to be. And I learned that it's not worth thinking of yourself as a victim, because you're in this position for a reason. Learn from the test. What do you have to learn from this? So that you can keep going forward without feeling that you've been abandoned, and you're just in it by yourself, but that isn't the reason. You're in it to be stronger.
Can you say more about that? Our birthdays are really close. We're both Cancer men, and that
Right.
abandonment, I think that's so real. So when you're booking people to come and they don't show up, or people are supposed to help, you're building this thing, this idea in your mind and in your heart,
Right.
you're bringing it to the real world.
Right.
Maybe you don't have a way how you did it, but how do we do it?
I mean, that's a great question. I mean, because I would lie in bed some mornings and I'm like, oh man, what have I got to do today? And is it worth it?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I just get a bolt of energy from somewhere. It's just like someone's just like got the tube and just like behind my head and just like click. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like this, and I'm jumping out of bed, and start my day, do what I got to do, and then just carry on the day with a positive mind, and the energy comes from somewhere, somewhere in the universe.
Yep.
And as long as I keep receiving that energy, I think that I'd keep going. This is there's Shernine said that's so true.
I think that's my homegirl, Heidi.
All right.
For me, I'm learning to be grounded. So my energy, I have so much energy and I flit all over the place. I have learned to like feel it, go deep, and the more rooted I am, the more sustainable my energy is, and the more prepared I am to be in the arena. I don't like the part of having to fight, but every time I get to that place, it's like, you know what? If it's a fight, let's go for it. It's like whatever I was facing just gets removed. The fight is all inside.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
The fight is all inside. But once I'm doing everything I can to avoid the fight, to not, but once I just accept it, like, oh, I have to fight for my life. I have to fight for this thing. Once I really accept it, it's like that thing just gets moved, and I get to just go free. I don't know why it works that way, but that's how it works for me.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, the way I look at it, the fight, the internal fight is we have what I call our internal warriors. Yeah. And get to know your internal warriors. You can call them by a name, or you can associate them with animals, but you have internal warriors that are your protectors, but your protectors it looks like they're working against you, because they're that fear, they're that blockage there that's like, man, should I do this? Should I start this lifestyle brand? And you're like, man, it might fail, and blah, 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 blah. That's your internal warriors protecting you,
Yeah.
And you've got to say to them, look, let's work together on this. Now's the time to take these barriers down. these force fields down. Let's take down the brick walls. I love you for everything that you've done and protected me all my life, you know, but we can't, you know, but now's the time for me to start going forward. And I would love to go forward with you, not without you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. You know, I'm grateful. Let's start moving together, forward together, you know? That's how I look at it, you know? So, the battle for me really is like you know, my internal worry is like, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Are you sure though? Are you sure? Look, remember what happened before. Remember this person before. Remember this, you know what I'm saying? And all these other situations come up, you know, and then you're like, yeah, you might be right, you know, you might be. See, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? But and you know, but sooner or later you've got to you know, you just got to say, let's just go for it. You ain't got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I don't know why my phone is doing that thumbs up, but it's liking what you're saying, and it's
I
like,
think does it do that when you do that?
yeah,
No.
but I wasn't using my hands. It just did.
Oh right, yeah, that's true.
My spirit saying like, yeah,
Right, right,
let's
yeah,
go for it
yeah. Just go for it. Just go for it.
every day, again and again
Yeah,
and again and again.
yeah. So do you have anything that's coming up that you can share with us on the
Yeah.
on this chat?
So June 20th, we are sponsoring a wonderful festival called the Pure Life Fest. It's on my stories right now. Dr.
Mhm.
Lamar will be speaking. We're doing the merchandising for it. Some of my favorite oracles and performers will be there. A bunch of vegan food. That's June 20th. Um, let's see. I think June 19th will be in Piedmont Park. That whole weekend will be in Piedmont Park for the Juneteenth celebration, and also
Okay.
Atlanta Mushroom Festival. June 1st, you catch me at Tambor.
Oh, that's right. Of course, Tambor Party, June
Yeah.
1st.
And then
Future
I just sent the cabin over to an artist I want to headline for the men's retreat that I'm talking about, and I'm hoping to do that sometime
Right.
in July or August. So I'll
Okay.
definitely let you know about that. That's more of a
Yeah.
prayer. Whoever's watching this, it's like,
Right.
yeah, we need this, and I'm just believing like the funds are there, the people,
Right.
everything just to go smooth. So that's
Right.
what we got going on right now.
Right.
Yeah, in the fall we have a lot more, but I'll just leave it to the summertime.
Right. Okay. And your socials for people who want to connect into you.
Yeah. So on Instagram, I'm at chief.kareem, at chief.kareem. It's my personal, and then the brand is WeSociety.co, both the website
Right.
and the IG.
And you got a podcast as well, right?
Yeah. If you go on YouTube and put in We Society Podcast, it'll come up. It's also, the links are in my bio, and we get to interview a lot of really cool people. Hope to have
Right.
you on. I took a break for a couple months. I'm also a single dad, so you saw my boys come back. I was playing baseball with them, and they came. And so, you know, I take my time and do what I can when I can.
Right. Yeah, you got a lot going on.
You
Got a
know,
lot going on. Well, my brother, it's been great talking to you. I'm glad that we had this drop in, had this chat. It's been great talking and just throwing them curveballs.
yeah, for sure. I love you, brother. Thanks so much for having me. I don't know if anybody had questions, but you guys got to catch us next time.
Right. Catch us next time. And don't forget, you can watch this again on IG or on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. So Tambor Party. And we will see you next week, next Thursday at 7:00, where we will have another special guest. And I'll keep looking on our social to find out who that will be. But it'll be someone amazing and special, as it was today with Kareem. So thanks everyone very much for tuning in. Kareem, much love, my brother.
Much love, brother.
Let's keep the mission going. Let's keep on with the journey.
And I'll see you soon, so we can go to the farm.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Right. Peace and love.
Peace. You know, there can be times where we discover. Yeah.